Hello, my name is Brennan Peterson.
My name is Cindy Peterson, and I believe we are doing a humorous interpretation.
Well, Holmes, I do believe we've met our end this time.
Elementary, my dear Watson.
I was wishing you would agree with me.
Well, Watson, one can never call the great Sherlock Holmes dishonest. I fear this time we will become, what's the word for it, Watson?
A part of history? A bit of
I
nostalgia?
was thinking more like a blot on the ceiling. That is, of course, if there is any ceiling left after the explosion.
Indeed.
Indeed is indeed right. Wiggle, Watson, wiggle!
It's no use.
I fear you're correct, oh boy. That mad, murderous man Moriarty sure can't tie a deadly reverse double overlap inverted Chinese strangulation square knot.
I'll say. And he's managed to do it several times, Holmes. I fear that in less than 10 minutes there'll be nothing left of the great Sherlock Holmes and his faithful sidekick, the brilliant, cunning, dashing, exuberant
Old Dr. Watson. In 1587,
1887.
In 1887, Sir Conan O'Brien,
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Sir Arthur Conan Doyle gave birth
That's impressive.
to an idea.
That idea is Sherlock Holmes.
The great detective story has more spin-off series. Series X's.
Series.
Is it really?
Yeah.
The great detective story has more spin-off series than the Power Rangers.
So here's another one.
Titled Sherlock Holmes, 10 Minutes to Doom.
By Sir Arthur Conan Doyle.
Robert.
By Sir Robert Downey Jr.
Marr.
By Sir Robert Marr.
No, sir.
By Robert Marr.
Never fear, oh boy. We still have 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to free ourselves and locate that, what was it we were looking for again, Watson?
Can't you hear it ticking?
Ah, yes. Judging by the sound of that ticking, I'd say it was definitely a clock.
Time bomb, Holmes.
Yes, Watson. Elementary, yes.
Moriarty said it would go off in 10 minutes, so that means we have less than 9 to live.
The situation does seem rather bleak, does it not, Watson?
Yes, but I'm counting on you. You've gotten us out of worse predicaments than this one.
Right. No, I haven't. Name one.
There's no time for that now.
Right, yes. Try wiggling your fingers, Watson. Can you wiggle your fingers? Watson!
No, I can't.
Funny.
I see nothing funny about that.
It's just that my fingers are perfectly fine. Although I have lost all the feeling in my right leg. And there's the usual gout in the left one.
I didn't know you had a gout.
There's quite a few things you don't know about me, Watson.
Like what?
For instance, did you know that I am terrified of being blown to smithereens by small, medium, or large-sized bombs?
Oh no, I thought you were absolutely fearless.
I may scream for help at any second now, Watson.
Me too. Holmes, don't you have a plan?
A plan? Does Sherlock Holmes, the greatest detective who ever lived, have a plan? Of course I know. Do you?
No.
Oh, well, I was hoping you did. I do hate to see my dear old friend blown to bits.
Holmes, I didn't know you cared so
Not
much.
you, Watson. My dear old violin.
Your bloody fiddle?
Elementary.
After all I've done for you.
Watson, what are you doing?
I'm trying to free myself from these ropes. I refuse to be blown to bits with you any longer.
Well, oh boy, there'll be no need for that.
Holmes, brilliant. How did you... And don't you dare say elementary.
Well, Watson, let me put it this way. Moriarty failed to remember that while I was in America several years ago on holiday, I managed to find myself in the midst of quite a large gathering of fishermen off the east coast of Long Island.
Fishermen? How does that have to do anything with freeing yourself from ropes?
Well, you see, Watson, while I was in New York, I had taken in every library, archive, museum, tall building, including that wonderful lady in the harbor.
Wonderful lady in the harbor, yes.
Of course, I'm talking about the Statue of Liberty, old fellow.
Yes, she's a decent old gal.
Indeed, and quite, how shall one say it?
Indeed.
Indeed, so as I was saying, having had my fill of every novel and mundane tourist attraction, I managed to find myself discussing obscure knots.
Obscure knots?
Indeed, obscure knots, like the reverse double overlap inverted Chinese strangulation square knot.
Amazing. How did you do it?
Elementary, my dear Watson.
I thought I told you not to say that.
Don't I always?
Indeed.
But alas, oh boy, I fear if we continue down this dialogue of pacifications and obscure knots, we will surely end in a very large puff of smoke.
Where are you going? Holmes? Holmes!
Just as I thought.
Where were you?
Checking the premises, old fellow.
What did you find?
I found the bomb.
Really?
No. but I did find that Moriarty sealed all the doors and windows.
Amazing. Do you think we'll be able to find it in time?
Your guess is as good as mine, Watson, but we can sure give it a bloody good try. Here, catch this.
Do you have any idea of where Moriarty would have hidden it?
Watson, I have a chair on my head, Watson. Do you think I have an idea?
But you're famous for your brilliant deductions.
Now that, old boy, is where you're wrong.
Wrong? What do you mean I'm wrong?
I barely know how to brew a cup of tea, let alone solve a clever crime.
What?
Without you to create your dandy little attempts, I'd still be looking for my famous deerstalker's cap, which I can never seem to find the bloody thing when I'm in need of it.
Holmes,
Yes, Watson?
it's on your head.
Ah, very clever, Watson. Elementary. You're better at this detective game than I ever was.
Yes, I'm beginning to see that now.
Oh, it's really quite true. Without you, well, I'd be nothing more than a fiddle-playing dandy.
Holmes, don't open that case.
Why ever not, Watson? Are you trying to say that you detest my fiddle-playing?
You blithering idiot, the bomb could be in it.
Oh, gosh, no! I got a scratch! Oh, no, just ketchup. Can you believe I've never had a lesson in my life, Watson?
Holmes!
Yes, Watson?
The bomb.
Right, yes. How are we on time, old boy?
30 seconds.
We're doomed.
Holmes,
Aha, got you there, old boy. Just a bit of melodramatics to try and lighten the mood a bit.
speaking of twit,
Ding!
what was that?
I got an idea, Watson.
Really? What is it? Wait, no, don't tell me. Just do it. 10, 9, 8,
The bomb, Watson.
7. Yes, tiny but deadly. 6,
I believe if I press this large red
5,
button on the side, it'll turn it off.
3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday to you! Oh, Watson. It's my birthday, Watson.
Elementary, Holmes. Happy birthday.